Hello everybody, Zeidoktor here with Typical Manga Fan, and this episode of the Typical Manga Review is going to be dedicated to One Piece, Chapter 836, The Vivre card Lola gave. And our cover page this week is Aokiji with his penguin buddy, just sitting outside reading the paper.
Technically Kuzan now, he's no longer an admiral.
Oh yes, you're right, I forgot about that, Kuzan. See, here's giving best fan art. Nami is talking about the fact that our buried man is referring to his daughters Chiffon and Lola. And she also remembers Pudding's reference to an older sister that set off to choose her own love and set off on the ocean.
Yep. So Mommy gets all these flashbacks of Lola basically, and how she basically deduces that it's her mom was Big Mom. All those clues together, and then and then the person that we have in front of us is Lola's father.
Yep.
And then of course suddenly we have Mr. Rabbit and Bird.
Yep.
Come diving in from the sky.
They're coming right for us.
Yeah, train. There we go.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. So then but he crashes actually.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know if he actually crashes. It's like he crashes as soon as the guy screams out, "Stop right there, Randolph."
It's kind of weird.
Like, does he crash on his own, or does he crash because of that command?
I don't know. But apparently they thought maybe that the trees were because the trees basically just died.
Yeah, they die of fright almost, and it seems to be at the force of Cracker's glare.
And they thought maybe it's hockey, but not really. It doesn't seem like it. And then they're let's see. Basically, people are questioning why one of the three commanders is there, and he's just like, "What? Am I not good enough for you? Am I not good enough for you?" And they basically yells at the tree, questioning him, and then and then the Randolph is like, "My apologies, he forced me." Fire!
You'd better be here. It's like I saw at least one comment point out that the first time we hear these guys speak, they're playing the blame game on each other.
Yeah. So basically, Luffy's is like, "Oh, so this guy must be strong,"
Yeah. No, I mean,
referring to the one of the three commanders,
yeah.
And basically, the commander's like, Mama's the one who always seizes the initiative. We're supposed to bring you down. Oh, you're the one who brought down Doflamingo, so we're supposed to, to get you.
Yeah. Brule would probably have her hands full with you, so I got sent along too.
Yeah, basically.
And Brule takes exception to that. She's not happy about that. And if she had simply given me the ward, I'd have slaughtered him in the blink of an eye. And her giant monster mustache tree is in full agreement.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's basically what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, so basically the trees are looking cocky. Actually, this tree is the master of the Forest of Temptation, King Baum.
Yep. It's the Source of Seduction, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, whatever.
That's what Viz does, so I'm going to use that.
That's seduction, yeah. So he's like, no one's has left this forest of seduction alive, blah. Basically getting cocky. Mm-hmm. And is like, we gotta hurry this up because the commander's like, we gotta hurry this up because, the Pink Smokes are coming.
Yeah, all the brothers will be in attendance by tomorrow.
And, this is something that Big Mom has wanted for a long time. And everyone's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Let's, and all the animals are running away, I think.
Oh, no, what is like, those are all the ones that she changed into doubles of Nami, Chopper, Pudding, etc.
Yeah, so they were actually all animals. Mm-hmm. And then she shows the real Carrot and Chopper.
Oh, also, real quick, Luffy's like, how come that one branch is talking? I am not a branch! Like, see, Mr. Brule is part of the tree.
Yeah, so she's like, hey, look, these are your friends. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, what happened? And they basically explain that they've been shoved inside a mirror. Mm-hmm. And then she actually breaks the mirror. But it doesn't kill them, it's just...
Yeah, because they're technically behind the mirror.
I guess it just makes it harder to, get them out. Basically, it turns out the commander's like, you know what? Mom, she turns to the father and the father of Lola, and he's like, Mama said she wouldn't actually care if you had an quote unquote accident. Basically, she's saying, okay, he's dead. He's fine if he dies. And so he's like, wait, I could actually be your father.
I think it's Cracker he's talking to, not Brule.
Wait, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, you're saying she said so.
Oh,
no.
Oh, I guess you misheard or I misspoke on one of those two. So
he's probably, I could very well be your father. And he's like, perhaps you are my original, but you're not mine now.
Yeah.
Because
he's like, Yeah. So she might have been referring to Big Mom, but whatever.
Well, no, I took it mean like he might have been, even if he was her biological father, he's not his father now because there's been so many husbands. It's like according to Mom, her previous 43 husbands are just random group of outsiders with no relation whatsoever. So she just studs them and kicks them out.
Oh wait, what are you?
On page 12.
No, were you referring to Big Mom? Because I was just saying like the she that you maybe confused before. What it was talking about.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about saying Relay was saying all this stuff. Okay.
Maybe I have no idea what just happened, but whatever. So so he basically, as you said, the fact that Big Mom had so many husbands, apparently there's a situation where he could actually be Cracker's biological father.
He just doesn't care.
He says you were my original, but you're not mine now. So I guess that's
what I'm taking on that myself. There, that original to mean there.
So that meaning that this is the first father he's had. Therefore, it would most likely mean he's the biological father, unless the father was replaced when he was at an early age, basically.
Or Big Mom practices polygamy.
Well, she does, but it seems like she replaces them.
Yeah, but I mean, if she had more than one husband at the same time, it could be that way.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah.
Because remember, she actually might go against that is that she says her previous 43 husbands are just random groups of outsiders with no blood relation whatsoever. Yeah. So the fact that she cares so little about them maybe could just mean that even though they're technically married, she just only has one in the house at per time. Easily that could be.
She only cares about blood relation. Basically, is what I take it.
Well, yeah, that too. But I feel like it would also mean that that also means that she doesn't care about them, so she can probably just replace them on a fly.
Yep.
And
Luffy pretty much gets in the way of his attempt to just kill the guy for good. And it's like he's annoyed that he's apparently known this man for so long, but Cracker doesn't feel a thing for him.
Yeah, and so basically, Nami. At first, everyone runs away, and Nami's like, "Oh, by the way, what's your name?" She asks Lolo's father, and he's like, "Oh, my name's Pound." Okay.
So we got a big old cake thing here. That's convinced me more and more that Lola's name is probably based off of roll cake or Swiss roll.
So basically, everyone runs away. Oh, and then I think now. Oh, and then everyone. And then they try to capture the trees and Candy are trying to capture Nami and Pound, and she actually takes out Big Mom's Vivre card, and it like shines because it's such it's, oh my gosh, it's Big Mom's Vivre card. Blah 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 blah.
Well, it does. This is unusual because we don't see Vivre cards do this, but at the same time, it seems to be a result of Big Mom's particular power.
Yeah, I'm sure this is something that would have happened with also the other emperors, if possibly. Remember that it didn't come out before. Like, they had it out before. It did, but this
is their first time taking it out since they've been on the island.
Yeah, so maybe if it gets so close to the actual person, that might be it, or maybe people who are associated with it. One of those.
Well,
two.
It's like I don't think it's because of any Vivre card would do. I think it's only Big Mom's doing it in particular.
Really? Like, do you think if maybe we had Blackbeard's Vivre card, and he's like right in front of his face, do you think he would shine?
No, because I think they even say at this one point like there's a lot of her soul in that card. Like we can sense it, Mama's powerful soul.
Okay. Oh, I mean, Big Mom's power is specifically about souls. I wasn't sure if it meant like soul, as in like this is her ability, so she probably did something with it, or maybe she's just.
They specifically called it the soul fruit.
No. But what I'm saying is though, I don't know if that this is just a coincidence of words, or this is literally because of her powers. You know what I'm saying? Like. No. Because she could be so powerful that she would have a powerful soul, regardless whether or not if this is actually her ability.
We've seen Vivre cards close to their owners before, though, and this is the only time this has happened.
But it hasn't been close to an emperor. That's the question.
No, I mean we've seen Ace's card near him, Luffy's card near him, but not an emperor.
Yeah, I'm talking about emperor. So the really real way we confirm this is if it's like close to Shanks or something.
Yeah.
And then we'll see if it shines. If it doesn't, then this is clearly Big Mom's unique ability. If not, this could easily be just a coincidence of words where soul just means like it just happens that she has the ability to control souls, but also there might be a reference to the fact that she's so powerful.
In this case, I'm inclined to think it's specific to her power. Like her soul power is infused in the card slightly.
You could honestly make an argument for either. But we don't really know until we have something else that can like support.
Yeah. I said the homies' response is pretty much just that though. Like they cannot oppose her because they can feel Mama's soul in there.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna do anything about it.
Yeah. So anyway, until then, we'll just leave it as that, and we'll see until when another detail supports either hypothesis. But meanwhile, right now. Yeah, Cracker decides to go take out all his swords and shield, which is a Cracker shield, and it turns out that he's first off he's called the Thousand Arms, and his bounty is 860 million, which is actually that because. Actually, now I think about the three sweet command, I don't know if I made this reference, but like the three sweet commanders of Big Mom, or the three calamities of Kaido.
That's just Japanese things. Okay, there's always like number something or other. The 7 warlords of the sea, the 4 emperors,
no, but I'm just
3
curious
admirals.
But what I'm saying is, I'm curious if the other two have like 3 people under them, like 3 powerful people under them too. Like I wonder if the specifically a 3 thing is like a emperor, like a theme. But anyway, so it actually fits the trend of the fact that the 2 kind of like underlings of the emperors we've seen have ridiculously high bounties. Yep. This guy isn't Jax. He isn't 1 billion, but he's really high up, even higher than I think the second highest, right?
Yeah, I mean he's higher. He's definitely I think one of the second highest we've seen so far. Yeah, because Luffy's only at what 500 now.
Yeah. Although I would argue that a lot of the warlords should probably have higher bounties, if not for the fact that they're frozen. Because like they said, like Crocodile should have been higher if he was. Yeah. If they actually
but I still don't think he would have reached like 800 million.
No, not Crocodile, but Dolphin Mingo I think could have been like 500. Because remember that Don Kajao, whatever his name was. He was 500 too, right?
I forget what his bounty was off. Yeah, it was like pretty close to Luffy's though.
It was higher than Luffy's, and Luffy started out. It was 500, I think. So and it was clear that I think it was pretty obvious that Doflamingo was stronger at that point. Although you could also argue that his bounty was received when he was younger, and that could have been different. Blah blah blah. But now we have these. This guy's gonna be now, as we all stated, we all know bounties don't actually mean that they're not power levels. Yeah. So just because Luffy's has a smaller bounty does not mean that he will be defeated. Although he will have.
In this case, it's more of a case of increased power doesn't raise the bounty until he's had a chance to show it off. Like he gets the higher bounty because of his power. He doesn't get the higher number. I don't know how to word it right. Like your power rating doesn't go up just because you got stronger.
But it can also be. But also, I'm making the opposite point where it's about threat to the government. So you could easily get a high bounty not because you're powerful, although part of it is power, but maybe also because you would cause so much destruction. Like it's hard to control you or hard to like handle you, because you could be an extremely powerful pirate, but you don't do that much. You won't have that much high bounty. You won't have a ridiculously high bounty. Like it could go either way. Like the reason why bounty should not be a representation of power level is because they could have gotten that bounty for any number of reasons. Hell, he could just simply got the high bounty simply because he works for Big Mom and is so close to her. That could simply be it.
I mean, because he's the son of Big Mom, that alone.
Yeah. So, like Nico Robin, right? Like she got a high bounty because she was a threat to the government, not because of her power, although she is powerful. Now, but back then it was more because she could read poneglyphs.
Right.
So again, bounties could be done for any reason. It could be for power. It could be a combination of power and like quote unquote threat, how much destruction you cause. It could just simply be a power, but it could be for anything. But what we will say is this: what we're worried about now is not that Luffy will defeat him or won't defeat him. Is he going to go all out and use up all of his energy before going against Big Mom? Because that's what Nami's worried about. Yeah.
And also, real quick,
getting out of the forest.
We haven't really covered this particular point. You mentioned it briefly, but Cracker's power seems to be like when he knocks on something, it splits in pieces. Like he knocks on his shoulder and he grows an extra arm. Does it again, he grows a third arm, and that's how he gets that's where his nickname comes from.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Nami warns him not to go all out since their priorities get out of that forest and find Sanji. Was like, don't go all out. I don't know any other way to do this.
He's a cracker. Do you think that means he cracks things easily? I don't know.
That or he's got a crackerjack defense.
Or maybe he makes everything seem like crackers, or turns them as weak as crackers, like Grammy. What Grammy did with Yachiro's arm.
Well, we already know what his basic devil fruit power is.
But it'd be hella funny though. Yeah. Like Grammy turns Yachiro's arms into cookies. I wonder if she actually ate her arm off. Yeah, I don't know. That was a waste, by the way. All right, well that's it for One Piece. I would like to point out that this is maybe my last One Piece review.
Yeah, like I've been doing for Academia the last few weeks, I'll probably, if I keep it up weekly, I'll probably be doing these on my own for a little while, or at least see about getting something figured out there. I'm gonna play it by ear for right now.
Yeah, because I'm getting a lot busier. I have to do a lot more stuff during the week, so I won't be able to do these reviews anymore.
Yeah, unlike me, you have a life.
So that means that I will do one last chapter for Inside Mare because it's the last chapter. But other than after that, we'll probably go into monthly reviews where I'll only be doing Attack on Titan and Kami ga Kill probably. But that's still uncertain so far because I don't know how busy my schedules will get until I actually have. It's just starting, so.
Yeah, so like I said, things might change, things might get even worse. We'll never know. We won't know till then, but
yeah.
For now, like I said, that's been our. That's where we kind of stand at the moment, though, and that has been our review here of One Piece chapters 836. The Vivre card Lola gave. Go on, take us away.
Bye.